Hi everyone, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back with another cider to try. But it's not, it's a Perry. And we're back to stuff that we got delivered. Still got some samples to try, getting some more stuff to deliver tomorrow actually. Some Normandy stuff that I've tried before, but I'm going to try again, just for fun. And a new vintage of something that I've had before. But yeah, because it's a new vintage, I want to try it again. But in the meantime, we've still got some other stuff in the house that we want to try. The first of which is this Perry, and it's another one from Ross on Wye, and it's called the Red Pear. So it's a Red Pear, 2019 wild ferment single variety. So a Red Pear is something I know nothing about. Can't find anything about it. If you put red in and Perry, you get Blakeney Red as the search result, which we know about Blakeney Red. We're not trying to find out about that. But red as just the varietal, no, me know nothing. So I haven't looked on the label, but I assume, because Albert's very good at writing labels, that he's put on the label some information about this pear. So shall we check? Yes, Chris. Right. A variety of such provenance that it was included in John Evelyn's Pomona in 1662. It has been grown in Herefordshire generation after generation ever since. Red pear has an iconic and inviting Perry pear aroma with a creamy, nutty sweetness that gives complexity and delicacy to the soft finishing tannins. One of our favourite pears, may contain a natural sediment from bottle conditioning. So, it's been around a while, seems to have some pretty good provenance, and yet I could find nothing about it. How weird is that? So, quite nice colour. That's sort of like, it's very hard, it's almost like a brassy, it's not gold, it's almost got like a greenish gold, pinkish gold hint to it. Sometimes I describe it as like a Pinot Gris colour. Let's see what it looks like in the glass. Let's open it. So I've literally never had this before, ever. I always try and, when I get things new, I always try to taste them first while I'm filming. So the initial impression that I have is what's on film. Yeah, it's not always possible, but often it is. Right, so that didn't sparkle at all. So, yeah, I'm going to assume it's meant to be sparkling, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's see if it's actually sparkling or not. Sounds like there's a mere sparkle to it, but that might just be from me pouring it hard into the glass. Maybe there's a little bit of sparkle. I think it's pretty still though, actually. Let's have a little look at it, shall we? So there you go. Let me hold something white a bit much for my notebook. There you go. So there you go. So it's got that kind of greenish gold hue to it. Sort of lemony green gold sort of thing going on there. Hazy because it's unfiltered. No head to speak of or anything like that because it's still, or it seems to be still. Don't know if it's meant to be still. Maybe it's like the stalk red we had from them, but it's actually it just stopped fermentation. So it was quite still and had some sweetness to it. So this may have some sweetness to it if it's not fermented out. Let's smell it. Yeah. Oh, nice nose. Interesting nose. Enticing nose. Deep, rich pear that. It's not fresh, it's aged, it's round. There is a creaminess to it. Some of that funk in the background that we get from Ross and we like a lot. Yeah, round, rich, creamy pear with some funk is what I'm getting. And I like it, I have to say I do. I do like it. Interesting. Let's give it a taste. Got some nice tannins. It's actually pretty dry. It might have the merest hint of sweetness to it. Could be sorbitol, could be sugar. My guess is it's sugar if it hasn't sparkled, but who knows. Minerality, again, almost like a melon characteristic, like from the melon rind characteristic. No sort of leathery character at the back end. Quite savoury actually. It's got almost like a round savoury element to it. Quite low acidity, quite strong mineral character. Nice round, rich, a kernel of rich, round, creamy pear in the middle of the palate. Nutty. Maybe that's what's made me think savoury. There's a hint of nuttiness to it, possibly. It's actually pretty nice pear, this. It's quite good. Low acidity, quite round and rich, but it hasn't got any sweetness to it. It's actually, the minerality balances out that richness. There's no sugar to balance. If there was sugar in it, I'd probably think that needs a bit more acidity or something to balance it, but there isn't. So it's actually, yeah, round, rich, savoury, quite delicious actually, and quite different in character to a lot of other pears. I mean, if I was going to liken it to anything, it'd be more like sort of towards like the Betty Prosser style that we've had. And it's quite unusual. It's sort of like a strange entity. I always think of like an oxidative sherry character. This hasn't got that, but it sort of reminds me of the Betty Prosser a bit. It's not as fruity and acidic and bright. There's something like darker and rounder about it. But yeah, I like it. I do like it. I'll also ask Albert about the CO2 levels in it. It doesn't say, I mean, I assume it's meant to be sparkling because all their ciders are. Don't know if it's been dosed or what, but there's a little bit of sediment in. I assume there's some viable yeast in there, but maybe not. Maybe not. So that was my first experience of red pear. And interesting it was. And if you want to find some single varietals and try some single varietals, the best place to go that I've discovered, and so have a lot of other people, is Ross and Wye. They're putting some really interesting things in bottle, single varietals, that allows you to taste single varietals. The best other place I've found for that, to be honest, is Mono Valley. Kevin Garrod of Mono Valley. I've had things of him I've had no one else. He's the only other person other than Jeremy Harris that I've had the Betty Prosser from. I had the Frederick for him that was amazing, really amazing. And a few other things as well that we've had from him. Yeah, and he's bottling at the moment, so we're going to get some more stuff of him as soon as we can. But anyway, enough of that. That was the red from Ross and Wye. Here was the bottle, if you want to have a gander at it. It's a bit reflective, but you get the idea. So there you go. As always, thank you for joining me. I hope you join me again. And until then, cheers.